Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the panel members and the shareholders for the 27th Annual General Meeting of Xpro India Limited. I now hand over the proceedings to Company Secretary. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, respected Board of Directors and dear members. It is now 10:30 a.m. Welcome to the 27th Annual General Meeting of our company. I trust you and your families have been safe and healthy. In compliance with the provisions of Companies Act, SEBI listing regulations, and relevant circulars, we are convening this Annual General Meeting through video conferencing. I now request Sri Siddharth Birla, Chairman of the Board, being present to take the chair and to address the members. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I am Siddharth Birla, participating from Kolkata, and extend a warm welcome to you at this 27th Annual General Meeting of the company through video conferencing. I would like to confirm that the company has taken necessary steps to ensure that the members are able to attend and vote at the AGM through electronic mode in a seamless manner. Before proceeding, I would like to introduce our directors, some of whom are still trying to log in. Our independent directors, Mr. K. Balakrishnan from Mumbai. I think he's having some login problems. Shri Amitabh Guha, Chairman of the Remuneration and Nomination Committee from Kolkata. Shri Ashok Jha from New Delhi. Shri Manoj Mohanka from Calcutta. Ms. Sohana Murshid from Kolkata. And Ms. also, I think, trying to log in from Kolkata. Shri Raghotaman, Chairman of the Audit Committee from Chennai. Then we have Srimati Madhushri Birla also joining from Kolkata, Shri Bharat Jawar from Chennai, and Shri C. Bhaskar, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, who is currently in Dubai. Shri Utsav Parekh is unable to attend due to prior travel commitments. The presence of the key managerial personnel, Shri H. Bakshi, Chief Operating Officer, joining us from Barjora, Shri Vinay Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer, joining us from Delhi, and Kamal Seoda, Company Secretary from Kolkata. They are present. Also present are Shri Ashish Gera, partner of Walker Chandiok and Company LLP, statutory auditors, and Shri Girish Bhatia, secretarial auditor and appointed scrutinizer for the e-voting process. I request Shri Kamal Seoda, Company Secretary, to confirm that the requisite quorum is present and brief the shareholders regarding procedure of the e-voting and participation in this meeting. Kamal, over to you.
Thank you, sir. In accordance with the prevailing laws, regulations, and circulars issued thereunder, I confirm that the requisite quorum is present through video conferencing and the meeting is in order. Since this meeting is being held through video conferencing, physical attendance of member has been dispensed with. Facility for joining this meeting through video conferencing has been made available to the members 30 minutes before the commencement of the meeting. For smooth conduct of the meeting, all members are in mute mode, and members who have pre-registered themselves as speakers at the AGM would be unmuted by the moderator when invited to speak. We request speakers to unmute their audio video after their names are called and express their views or ask questions, hopefully within 3 to 4 minutes in the interest of managing time. In case there is any connectivity issue at speaker's end, we will request the next speaker to express his views or ask questions if any. Opportunity may be provided to the said earlier speaker after all the registered speakers have spoken. As per applicable provisions of Companies Act 2013 and listing regulations, the company had provided the facility of remote e-voting on resolutions being proposed at this 27th AGM. The period of remote e-voting commenced on July 26, 2024 at 9 a.m. and ended on July 28, 2024 at 5 p.m. Members who are participating in the AGM and have not cast their votes by remote e-voting may cast votes during the AGM through remote e-voting system of our registrar and share transfer agent, Linkin Time India Private Limited, and till 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. I now request Chairman Sir to please continue the AGM proceedings.
Thank you, Kamal. Uh, Statutory registers required to be available during the AGM are available for inspection by the members on the Link in Time website. The notice for this AGM dated May 28, 2024, and the annual report for the year ended March 31, 2024, has been with you for some time and therefore are taken as read. On the auditor's report, there are no adverse remarks or any qualifications in this statutory auditor's report. In view of the specified practices for virtual meetings, I take the auditor's report as read. The secretarial auditor's report for the year ended March 31, 2024 does not have any adverse remark, qualification, or reservation. And as such, there is no need to read out the secretarial audit report. Before taking up formal matters, I wish to share some macro level perspectives over the next 10 minutes or so. As always, I will use terms like we, us, our, etc. to refer collectively with the company. I begin by paying warmest regards to our esteemed independent directors who retire on completion of the statutory periods. Shri Amitava Guha, Shri Ashok Jha, Shri Utsav Parekh, and Shri S. Raghuttaman provided untiring leadership, significantly contributing to our governance and the elevation of our business to its current stature. Their sincere and dedicated services have been invaluable. I trust all of you join me in expressing deepest appreciation. Sorry. On the macroeconomic front, there is optimistic discourse on the India story with high and steady growth aspirations. We share the belief that India's economy has promising indicators across many sectors. Maintaining momentum requires well-defined approaches to stimulate private investment and create skills and good jobs on a large scale. The global scenario faces challenges, including geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions. Thus, we prudently balance our optimism. Although all business matters are comprehensively covered in our reports, I wish to share some basics. We operate exclusively in the business-to-business segment, focusing on selected niche areas that demand continuous and meticulous efforts on our part. I trust our performance is deemed satisfactory considering the relevant context. As reported, phases of suboptimal market conditions and economics were faced, and these continue. The first quarter results for this year, just announced, may be viewed as reasonable under the circumstances. For our coax business, OEM producers of refrigerators are our key client base for co-extruded sheets and thermoformed liners. White goods and durables faced tough market conditions during the first half of the year, improving to some extent in the later half. Such fluctuations directly influence our outputs. One may reasonably expect restored demands in the coming periods. The government's PLI scheme has likely tempted some refrigerator manufacturers to create sheet capacity of their own. But our flexibility with multiple lines, our skills and reliable track record built up over the years means that most leading brands remain our valued clients. The dielectric film line operated at almost full capacity, frequently producing thinner films, which implies higher unit value but lower tonnages. The product mix varies with client opportunities. We are the first mover Indian manufacturer of premium dielectric films and are recognized in advanced markets for quality and service levels. Demand for dielectric films is driven by increasing requirement for high-performance materials across sectors, including automotive and electrical vehicles, consumer electronics, renewable energy, etc., suggesting ample scope for our capacity expansions, more so in the high-tech segments that we are targeting. We finalized capital raising to support our strategic vision of building global significance in dielectric films. The inflows through both a warrants issue and a QIP placement subscribed by prudent and refined investors who aligned with the long-term vision are timely and significant. These issues conclude foreseeable capital raising, with promoter allegiance remaining strong. Negligible payout obligations on a medium-term horizon means we can earmark operating cash generation plus these capital resources entirely for growth. You will recall that our operating skills and economics result from our own efforts. The India-centric self-reliance is in line with our belief that companies building distinctive abilities are more likely to create long-term value. The capital expenditure for co-extruded products in Ranjangaon and Greater Noida is modest, and therefore it is manageable in the routine course. Our larger focus stays on the dielectric film space, which has much larger investment needs for scaling of capacities, superior product offerings, and competitiveness. The first phase of growth expansion at Barjora is largely on track to start this year. For propriety, I refer to a possibility in our report that European supply chain issues may cause short delays in arrival of some parts of the equipment. This is beyond our control, but should not disturb the larger picture. We established a subsidiary, Xpro Dielectric Films FZ LLC, in the United Arab Emirates to implement the line for dielectric films, which is scheduled for FY 25-26. Based in the free zone in Ras Al Khaimah, this undertaking aims to extend and expand our business footprint. The increasing economic and multifaceted engagements between India and the UAE has also encouraged us. There is another aspiration for rounding off our current investment cycle, which is contingent upon ongoing evaluations. This is the possibility of adding one more state-of-the-art dielectric films line. This could be our fourth dielectric films line in total. And if we aim for operations in FY 26-27, all the new lines will become evenly spaced over time. But do kindly note, this is aspirational as of now. We pursue sound governance and inclusion of ESG principles and support select worthy causes under CSR. We continue to receive recognition from organizations and clients, including for product development and quality standards. For propriety, I must state that statements deemed to be forward-looking are based on reasonable assumptions, beliefs, and information currently available. Future outcomes are subject to uncertainties, factors beyond our control, and other risks, which could cause variances from either those expressed or implied. In closing, our sincere thanks are due to all our personnel. We are grateful to our bankers and all concerned authorities in India and the UAE for their continued support and to our customers for their trust. Most importantly, we thank the members for your faith in the company. Thank you. Moving to the formal business, the AGM notice contains 5 business items. The resolutions as per the notice have already been put to vote through remote e-voting and are also put for e-voting during the AGM. Therefore, no resolution is required to be proposed or seconded by the members at the AGM. The first is the adoption of the audited financial statements, including consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2024, and the reports of the directors and auditors thereon. The next item is to declare a dividend of rupees 2 per equity share of face value rupees 10 each for the financial year ended March 31, 2024. Since item number 3 of the notice is related to reappointment of Srimati Madhushri Birla, being interested, I relinquish the chair and invite Shri Bhaskar to take up the said item. Over to you, Mr. Bhaskar.
Thank you, sir. Item number 3 of the notice is regarding reappointment of Srimati Madhushri Birla, DIN number 4224, as a director who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment. Back to you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Item 4 of the notice is ratification of remuneration of rupees 1,20,000 payable to Messrs. Sanghavi, Randeria and Associates, cost auditors of the company for the financial year ending March 31, 2025. Item 5 of the notice is related to keeping the register of members and other registers at a place other than the registered office of the company. On e-voting during the AGM, members participating in the AGM through video conferencing who have not cast their vote by remote e-voting may cast their votes during the AGM through the e-voting system of Link in Time. The facility for e-voting is being provided by our RTA, Link in Time India Private Limited. Members may follow the instructions at note number 16 for voting through electronic means and vote on the resolutions as per the details mentioned in the notice of this meeting. Members may kindly note that voting through the Link in Time e-voting system will continue till 15 minutes from the conclusion of this AGM. The results of e-voting at the AGM and the remote e-voting will be declared within 2 working days of the conclusion of the AGM as per the consolidated report of the scrutinizer and put on the websites of the company and Link in Time, and shall also be available at the registered and corporate offices of the company. The results shall also be immediately intimated to the exchanges as required. I authorize Shri C. Bhaskar, Managing Director, or in his absence, Shri Kamal Seoda, Company Secretary, to declare the results in respect of the resolutions proposed at this AGM of the company. The members were given the facility to register in advance as a speaker at the AGM. A few members have registered as speakers, and the moderator will call their names to express views or ask questions. In accordance with standard fair practice, each speaker may kindly use up to 3 minutes. The Managing Director or myself will respond as appropriate to questions or queries at the end after all the speakers have spoken, or will arrange a response to details subsequently if required. I request the moderator to call the names of the speaker shareholders one by one.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite our first speaker shareholder, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Manoj sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Manoj sir.
Hello. Hello.
Manoj sir, you're audible. You're audible.
Yeah. Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from my residence, Kolkata. I feel proud to be a part of Xpro India Limited. First of all, I thank to the company secretary and this team to help us to join this meeting through VC. And thanks for his excellent service to the small shareholders. He take care of all the shareholders in any circumstances. So such type of people should be there to help the small investor. Sir, I have two or three questions. Sir, what's your future plan for the Xpro? How to explore the Xpro as a global in coming time? Mission is to make in India, the Indian products should be globalized. So what's your ambition in that regard, sir, for our products to be global? And what's your capex plan for next 3 years? Or sir, have you any plan to float the right issue at a nominal premium? Recently, you have floated the QIP. So another step, have you any plan to reward the shareholder by the way of right issue at a nominal premium? Or sir, kindly split the share by either 2:1 or 5:1 to increase the liquidity and the market capitalization, sir. And I have a great respect and regards to you. I wish to God for your healthy and prosperous, safe, long life to take the company on new heights under your leadership, sir. and I believe that we will get a good return in coming time under your leadership. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Manoj sir. Now, I would like to invite our second speaker shareholder, Mr. Praveen Kumar. Praveen Kumar, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hello, I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, sir, you're audible.
A very, very good morning to my respected chairperson, respected MD, esteemed board of director, and my co-fellow shareholder who joined this meeting online. Myself, Praveen Kumar, joining this meeting from New Delhi. I have few observations which I love to share with the entire house. But before that, this is our first interaction in this financial year. So first of all, I wish the entire management team and each and every worker of our company a happy, healthy, and prosperous future, sir. Coming down to my observation, I have few questions which I noted down, but due respect to my earlier speaker, I don't want to repeat them. But yes, it's very, very in-depth address to the shareholder, sir. I think you cover almost everything into it beautifully. It is very, very informative for a retail investor like me. And I'm very, very thankful to be part of such an interesting company, sir. Yes, despite a few concerns during the last year, under the leadership of yours, respected sir, our company come out with a very, very satisfactory performance. And I'm with the company for years now, and if I see my investment, it will be a sustainable growth as far as my investment is concerned. So I have great faith in your ability as far as leaders is concerned, your vision and dedication, devotion, along with the professional team to take our company to the newer height, next level in the future. I wholeheartedly supported all the resolution you put out table today, and I love to acknowledge the effort of our CS team. Excellent corporate governance is maintained by respected CS and their entire team. And if you have any update during the year also, it will be promptly replied by email. So I'm very, very thankful for such a excellent corporate governance under the leadership of your respected chairperson. And I'm very, very thankful to be part of such a very, very interesting company. And I'm very, very thankful to the entire management team to give me this opportunity to share my views and express my feeling. I wish you all the luck and all the best. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen sir. Now, with this, we invite our third speaker shareholder, Mr. Santosh Kumar Shroff. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hello,
Yeah, Santosh sir, you're audible.
just a minute. राम राम, माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण और कर्मचारीगण, मैं संतोष कुमार सराफ कोलकाता से आप सभी को राम राम कहता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप सब इस समय अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में और सुरक्षित होंगे सर। मैं सर उन कर्मचारी भाई बहनों का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत के कारण हमारे कंपनी अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही है और अच्छा डिविडेंड मिली है। मैं वर्कर का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिनकी मेहनत का फल है, कंपनी अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही सर। सर ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, डिविडेंड भी आपने दिया, लेकिन सर हमारे यहाँ जो फीमेल एम्प्लॉय की संख्या काफी कम है सर। ओनली 5 फीमेल एम्प्लॉय है टोटल। आपकी फैक्ट्री में वर्कर आदि अगर ले लें तो टोटल 11 फीमेल एम्प्लॉय है सर। तो इनको ज्यादा आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आप क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं? कि मैं समझता हूँ फीमेल एम्प्लॉय की जो परसेंटेज है बहुत लो है। ये शायद मेरे को लगता है बिरला ग्रुप के अंदर में नहीं होनी चाहिए कि बिरला हरदम फीमेल को एम्पावरमेंट करने में आगे रहता है सर। ऐसा आप इस पर ध्यान दीजिए। दूसरा सर, आपके यहाँ 3 प्लांट हैं, लेकिन मैंने देखा बैलेंस शीट में ये प्लांट कहाँ है इसकी डिटेल नहीं दी। तो बेटर होगा फ्यूचर में प्लांट किस जगह है इसके बारे में लिखा जाए, जिससे हमें पता लगे ये प्लांट्स कहाँ पर है। दूसरा सर, ये प्लांट्स के अंदर में जहाँ तक मैं देख रहा हूँ कोई भी रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्स का आपने कोई अरेंजमेंट शायद नहीं किया है। तो प्लांट के अंदर में जहाँ भी है वहाँ रूफटॉप या आपको जगह है तो विंड पावर की क्या व्यवस्था करने के विचार है, जिससे हमारी रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी हो और हम इसके अंदर में काफी सक्सेस हो। और सर कार्बन इमिशन के लिए आप क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं और अभी तक कितना हम कामरेज इनिशिएटिव में सक्सेस हुए इसके बारे में जरूर बताइएगा सर। सर फॉरेन एक्सचेंज इनकम अपनी काफी कम है, सिर्फ 2-2.5% फॉरेन इनकम है। टोटल अपनी सेल की 2-2.5% ही फॉरेन अर्निंग है। तो इसके बाद आगे बढ़ाने के लिए क्या कदम उठाएं? आशा करता हूँ आपने जो नई चीज अभी खोली है उससे हमारी इनकम ज्यादा बढ़ेगी सर। सर एक मैं सेक्रेटरी साहब को एडवाइस दूंगा कि आपने अपनी बैलेंस शीट में लिखा अनपेड अकाउंट, तो ये अनपेड अकाउंट ठीक नहीं होता, ये अनक्लेम अकाउंट होना चाहिए कि हमने डिविडेंड अनाउंस किया है लेकिन किसी ने क्लेम नहीं किया है। अगर अनपेड हम लिखते हैं तो ये इंप्रेशन पड़ता है कि कंपनी के पास पैसे नहीं थे इसलिए कंपनी नहीं दे सकी। अभी जितनी भी बैलेंस शीटें हैं सर देखिएगा सब में अनक्लेम लिखने लगे, पहले अनपेड लिखते थे लोग। सर एक डिस्प्यूट केस की काफी लंबी लिस्ट अपनी करीबन 10-12 साल से ऊपर हो गए। इसके बारे में लीगल टीम क्या कर रही है? जहां तक मैंने अगर सुना है कि अभी नई तरह से गवर्नमेंट चाह रही है कि विवाद से विश्वास की जो स्कीम है दोबारा उसको लॉन्च किया जाए। अगर वो लॉन्च होती है तो उसमें अगर कुछ अपने सेटल हो जाते हैं तो अपनी बैलेंस शीट काफी क्लीन होगी, मैं ये आशा करता हूँ सर। मैं एक सेक्रेटरी उनको भी टीम का आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिनकी काफी सर्विस है। सिर्फ मैं सर इन टाइम का विरोध करता हूँ कि इनके यहाँ एक प्रॉब्लम है, ये फोन तो करते हैं, कई बार हम मीटिंग में होते फोन आता है हम पकड़ नहीं सकते, लेकिन हम जब रिपीट फोन करते हैं तो इनके यहाँ जाता है क्या नाम बोलते हैं रिसेप्शन के पास में जाता है तो हमें नहीं पता चलता, वो कहते तो कौन फोन किया, तो हमने रिसीव ही नहीं किया तो कौन फोन किया कैसे पता लगे? तो उनको बोले प्रॉपर लाइन से फोन करें जहाँ हम रिपीट कॉल कर सके। अभी थोड़ा देर पहले फोन आया, मैं बिजी था नहीं किया तो हाथों गति से हमें नहीं मालूम किसने आपको फोन किया। तो ऐसा नहीं सर, अपने अगर इन टाइम को लिए तो उनको बोले प्रॉपर मैनेज करें जिससे वापस रिकॉल जा सके सर। और सर ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कहूंगा, हमारे जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी कर्मचारी और वर्कर भाई बहन हैं, उनको फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2024-25 की शुभकामना देता हूँ। साथ में उनकी फैमिली का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जो उनके स्वस्थ रहने में योगदान प्रदान करती है सर। सर लास्ट में यही है कि बीसी मीटिंग कंटिन्यूस रखिएगा सर, जिससे हम और हमारे डायरेक्टर भी देख रहा हूँ वेरियस जगह से कंटिन्यूस अटेंड कर रहे हैं और कॉस्टिंग भी कम होगी। लास्ट में सर दीपावली पर कम से कम थोड़ा याद करिएगा स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर को, जैसे आप दूसरे ऑफिसर आदि को याद करते हैं, तो इसका जो हमारे इनको और सेक्रेटरी साहब को बोलिएगा कि 2-4-5 स्पीकर उनको थोड़ा दिवाली के टाइम में याद किया जाए। धन्यवाद समय देने के लिए। नमस्कार, राम राम सर।
Thank you, Santosh sir. Now I would like to invite our fourth speaker shareholder, Mr. Lokesh Gupta. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
हेलो सर, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
चेयरमैन सर, मैं लोकेश गुप्ता दिल्ली से आपका सभी बोर्ड मेंबर्स का स्वागत करता हूं। सर एक्सीलेंट चेयरमैन स्पीच हो रही थी जिसमें कंपनी के वर्तमान और भविष्य के बारे में आपने सब कुछ बताया। उसके बाद कुछ क्वेश्चन रहते नहीं है सर। सर मेरे से पहले भी शेयर होल्डर्स ने कुछ कहा, मैं भी जरूर कहूँगा एक बोनस के बारे में। सर विचार कीजिए, एक बहुत हमारी पुरानी डिमांड से एक बोनस हमें मिल पाए तो सर बाकी आपकी लीडरशिप पर विश्वास है, भरोसा है। कंपनी के बारे में जो भी आप डिसीजन लेंगे वो अच्छे होंगे, कंपनी के भविष्य के लिए अच्छे होंगे। कंपनी अच्छा करेगी तो सर हमें रिटर्न्स अपने आप मिलेंगे सर मैं एक वो जो मेरे से पहले शेयर होल्डर्स भी बोल रहे थे बीसी मीटिंग के बारे में सर, मैं दिल्ली से बोल रहा हूँ, पिछले कई साल से आपसे जुड़ पा रहा हूँ क्योंकि हम इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे मीटिंग करें। सर कंटिन्यू कीजिए सर। एक सर सेक्रेटरियल के बारे में हमारी बहुत सी क्वारीज होती हैं, बहुत सी कुछ जानना होता है। ये प्लेटफॉर्म हमें साल में एक बार मिलता है लेकिन हम वहाँ बार बार उनसे बात करते हैं तो हमारी समस्याओं का समाधान होता है, हमें जानकारी मिलती है सर एक बार मैं अंत में यही कहूंगा, जो हमारे सेक्रेटरी जिस तरह उन्होंने मेहनत की और आपकी लीडरशिप में कंपनी कर रही है सर, वो अच्छा करती रहेगी और हमें हेल्थी रिटर्न्स मिलते रहेंगे। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Lokesh sir. Now I would request our next speaker shareholder, Ms. Yashvi Kothari. Ms. Yashvi Kothari is currently not present in the panel. So we move further with our sixth speaker shareholder, Mr. Satish M. Agarwal. Mr. Satish M. Agarwal is currently not available in the panel. So we move forward with our seventh speaker shareholder, Mr. Vinod Agarwal. Vinod sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Respected Chairman Siddharth Birlaji, MD and CEO C. Bhaskar, CFO VK Agarwal, and CS Kamal Kishore Sevda. Good morning and regards to everyone. I voted for all the 5 resolutions to be adopted in today's meeting. I was helped by Kamal and his team to join today's AGM, sir. Firstly, I'll congratulate Siddharthji for becoming the new director in Nestle's board, sir. You were there in the Nestle meeting also. We saw you out there, sir. And sir, now my 2 or 3 queries, sir. Sir, our EPS was 21 rupees and the dividend that you have shelled out is only rupees 2. That is less than 10% of the profit, sir. We shareholders expect at least 30% and the rest 70% going into the growth of the company, sir. But you have given only 10%. Do look into it and give a better dividend next year, sir. We are also pleased that you in the management and the promoters have invested money in the 2 issues that were held during the year, the QIP and the preferential shares issue. So the promoters' confidence in the company is shown by the money they are investing at around 1,000 rupees per share. So that reflects a good confidence in the company, sir. And sir, we are a debt-free company. We have got about 316 odd crores in cash and cash balance, and our debt is only about 36 crores, long-term and short-term, as seen in the annual report, sir. So we have, as you said, we'll be requiring money for putting up a new line, maybe for dielectric and expansion into the other 3 plants. The 3 plants mentioned are, one is Barjora, one is Ranjangaon, and the other is at Greater Noida. The Ranjangaon and Greater Noida go for the white goods supplies, and the performance of the company was good in the sense that though the top line has come down, but that is more due to the raw material prices coming down and the toll manufacturing unit closing has been sold off, where the 5 crore revenue was down, and we have got still the production we did was more last year than what we had done production in the previous year. So the performance of the company is seen in the terms of production, not in the terms of only money generated, because the money in the raw material prices were down, sir, but the production was 4.8% higher, so which is good, sir. We are performing well, sir. And sir, sir, only I wish the company all the best, sir. And this, even on the CSR front, you have spent much more than the mandated amount. You have spent 9 lakh more than the amount of 75 lakh that was meant to be to be spent. You have spent 84 lakh, which is also good, sir. I wish the company all the best, and I sign off, Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vinod sir. Now I would request our next speaker shareholder, speaker number 8, Mr. Faisal Hawa. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Yes. In our case, and can you tell us that what are the percentages you have put for the various things like, sales or values or even development of culture or innovation? That's one. Second is, sir, almost for 10 years we did not grow at all in the preceding decade. So would you be able to assign any reasons to them, and what could have stopped us for even doing small expansions during this time? And how do you see the landscape of the semiconductor industry affecting us, and how much time do you envisage that it will take for the semiconductor industry to really develop in our country? And also, if you could comment on how the data center opportunity could either be a tailwind or a headwind for us. And what are the key areas in which we are trying to get very high personnel in? Is it in production or innovation? And if any of these lines get delayed, what is our plan B to see to it that the cost overruns are not much? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Faisal sir. Sir, our speaker number 5, Ms. Yashri Kothari, is available in the panel. With your permission, can I invite Yashri Kothari to ask the question?
Sure, please go ahead.
Yashvi ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. Sir, I have few basic queries, sir. So, we were expect what would be the delta between the prices of the, let's say, the current films which we are making vis-a-vis the films which will come out of the new lines? What would be the delta between the prices between these two lines, and how much time would we take to ramp up this facility, the return which is coming in this financial year? And then the 70% of the imports which are coming in India, are those films which are below, let's say 3 micron? I mean, do India produces those capacitors in India which requires those kind of films, or this is more of an export-oriented product? If so, what is the current demand supply scenario, globally, given, there's a lot of capacity in China of those films. So how do you see that you will probably able to take market share from those guys, right? So that's question number two. And if you can give a current status on the lines, I mean, are the timelines still intact, or is there any delay due to the shipment delay due to this Red Sea issue or something like that? So yeah, these are my two basic questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we complete our question and answer session. Now I hand over the proceeding to the management. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'll try to reply as many questions as I can, and then hand over to Mr. Bhaskar to get to some specifics. First of all, one common theme across all speakers, for which we are very grateful. Thank you very much for your support and your good wishes for the company, the management, and the people in the management. This is very, very welcome. Thank you so much. And this has been across all the speakers, so therefore I cover this one point for everybody. Manoj Kumar Gupta ji asked about the future plans. I think, sir, whatever is written in the annual report and what I said in my speech, the investment side for the white goods, which is the co-extruded sheets that we make, that is something that happens in the routine depending on demand. And it is very routine, so it is very small numbers. We can manage it from our internal resources. In terms of the main plan which we have laid out, two lines have already been ordered. Number one is already coming in Barjora this year. So as we described in the annual report, the first line will be operational in FY 24-25, which is the current year. The next line, which is coming in Ras Al Khaimah in UAE, will be operational in 25-26. And we are evaluating the possibility of a third new line, which would then come in 26-27. Now, with these three lines, our object is to do it. I think the same question was asked in terms of financing by some other shareholders also. We would do it with a very moderate debt, because we have a lot of capital resources right now. We have a good, healthy cash generation. So we should be able to do it with very moderate debt, and we'll be able, up to the three lines, we can finance ourselves. So that is essentially the plan for the next 3 years. Gupta ji also wanted to know about the split of shares. Certainly, we'll keep it in mind, sir, and as and when it is, this thing is merited, the board will definitely consider it. We are not close to that. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf, I think Mr. Praveen Kumar actually echoed much of what Gupta ji had said. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf went into a great amount of detail. Yes, sir. In principle, we welcome any lady employees. It is not that we, favor one over the other. Our jobs are very specific and require very special skills. And therefore, anybody who is skilled and can contribute in that area is definitely considered. And we hope that more ladies will come up in this area. We'll be very happy to employ them. But our employment is not numbers based, but it is skill based. So we are very open to female employees. But thank you for that suggestion. The plant locations, sir, are given in the annual report. Right now, we have the dielectric films are all in Barjora, which is outside Durgapur in West Bengal. We have the co-extruded sheets. Our major plant is in Ranjangaon, which is outside Pune. And the smallest plant is actually in Greater Noida, which is again just outside Delhi. And in India, these are the 3 locations. And the new location is in the subsidiary company, which is in Ras Al Khaimah, which is one of the Emirates of the UAE. And that is a project that is coming up. Exports, we actually have a very good standing in dielectric films. In the export market, we export to advanced Western countries, to really advanced customers. But in the last couple of years, we've had to pay much more attention to the Indian market because of capacity constraints. Once our capacity starts going up, the whole world will be our market again. So definitely you will see improvement in the export income. Right now, it was not because we were not able to export. It's simply that we did not have the capacity to service the local market and to export. So therefore, it was a balance that the management was striking. Very nice suggestion, sir, about unpaid dividend to unclaimed dividend. We'll have a word with the auditors and we'll see whatever is proper. We'll do that. I think you mentioned about the legal cases. Our object is to minimize all legal litigations that we are involved in. So if there is any scheme of the government, we'll be very happy to take it up. Most of our disputes are actually very routine in nature. There is nothing that is out of the ordinary. But our object is obviously to try and keep our litigations minimized. Your suggestions towards better shareholder engagement with the RTA, I'll pass it on to the company secretary. He will do what he can. Sir, as far as remembering you in Diwali, we strictly follow whatever is written in the law, and whatever it is possible, we will definitely keep it in mind. Mr. Gupta suggested something about bonus shares. Sir, I think we had given a bonus just a year earlier. And as and when situation merits, we'll of course keep an open mind to this. I think somewhere somebody also mentioned about dividends and very moderate payout ratio in the PAT from our net profits. I think I just wanted to make a point that this year we had a large physical outgo of tax. Because the new investments will give us tax shields, but right now there were no tax shields. So this year we had a large physical outgo of tax. Up to last year, we had a large provision for tax, against taxation, which was a non-cash. This year there was a large cash payout. So the board had, in accordance with the distribution policy, in accordance with whatever we wanted to retain in the business, we therefore found it prudent to just continue the same 2 rupee dividend that we had declared last year. But definitely, as and when situation merits, we will look at a higher dividend. I'll be very happy as one of the large shareholders. I'll be very happy to receive a larger dividend. I think this more or less answers the question. Bhaskar, if there are any specific questions, would you like to? There were some specific queries. If you'd like to answer them.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think Chairman sir has actually responded to almost all the queries that were asked. There was just one point which I thought should be also added on. That was Sarabji's query regarding renewable energy and our utilizing it. Sir, I would just like to clarify, Sarabji, that in fact we are taking steps at all units to minimize and optimize energy consumption. In the direction of renewable energy, we have actually entered into a joint venture with Tata Power for sourcing approximately 50% of the energy requirement from our Ranjangaon plant from a solar source. This should start towards the end of this calendar year. The solar plants are being put up now. I trust that answers your queries. Wind we have not
You-
looked at, but solar
Bhaskar,
energy is the direction.
Sorry, Bhaskar, you may like to mention that on the balance sheet, we have invested 26% of the capital in that Tata project.
That's right.
It's
Which
in
is
the annual report.
correct. I think that answered mostly what was left unanswered from Saravji's questions. Kothari ji had one question regarding current prices and what is the consumption of very three films. Sir, the new plants are aimed towards produce thinner films. Without doubt, thinner films have a higher selling price than films of higher thickness. And we should be capitalizing on that. And that is one of the purposes and direction we are working on. Your specific query was whether 3 micron film is already substantially consumed in the country. Actually, no. These are new development films going in for the new application areas of EV and non-conventional energy. So these are growth segments. China, yes, has a lot of capacity, as Kothariji you pointed out. However, we are working on a global strategy on the principle of a China plus one principle, which we believe is the right direction that the world is moving on. I trust that answers all the questions that were raised, including the last few questions added by Vinod Agarwalji and Hawaji. Thank you. If there are any unanswered, please feel free to contact us.
I think the company secretary's email is available. So if there are any pending queries or any specific queries any shareholders has, they can always email the company secretary and we will attempt to answer as best as we can. Okay. So before we conclude, I would like to thank everyone for their participation and all the other shareholders who are patiently listening. I once again draw your attention that the facility for voting through e-voting system of Link in Time will remain open for another 15 minutes from now, and thereafter the AGM would stand concluded. I thank you all for your participation, suggestions and comments and your good wishes. The formal agenda of the meeting is now ended. Thank you.
May we propose a vote of thanks to the chair? May we propose a vote of thanks to the chair? And huge appreciation to all our outgoing directors. I'd like to reiterate, without whose contribution we wouldn't be where we are. So a big thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to all our members for having taken the time and the time out to attend the AGM. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
everyone for joining. The meeting is now concluded. We have displayed the closing banner and voting lines are open for 15 minutes. Now you may take exit from the WebEx panel.